Before I begin, I would just like to apologize. This is a Let's Play that's going to be going over Fire Emblem 7 until I can actually get it to work again. For some reason, my file won't load. I mean, it will load, but it won't load the file that I just did for... I don't even remember what episode. It was, I think 24 or something. So this is just going to be a Let's Play in replace of it. I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, we saw this already. Welcome to The Last Promise. It's a Fire Emblem hack of Fire Emblem 7, quite ironically. And it's actually really hard, from what I've seen. We're going to start with the prologue, called Genesis. Actually, let me just get rid of some things on here so it doesn't slow my thing down. And I'll keep this up. Over a millennium ago, humans and dragons lived together on a peaceful and luscious land called Blaine. However, the dragons feared the progression of humans in both technology and quantity. So began the war that would result in the death of dragons and humans alike. But ultimately, dragons overcame the humans, and mankind was forced to make a decision. 7 leaders of the war, known as Valiant Warriors from all across Blaine, decided that at the very least, the existence of humanity must be preserved, no matter the cost. All that is living and all that is animate is made up of the energy known to man as ether. Knowing this, the hero Magnus and his ability to control the flow of ether around him to save many lives. Magnus used his ability. He used the ability. Nobility and his servants gathered together, and Magnus used the ether of the humans and dragons who had died to warp away to a new continent, far away from the dragons, where the chosen humans who lived could start anew. And so, in order to save the lives of a few, the lives of many more were sacrificed. This new land, called Solum by the hero Arbiter, was not nearly as bountiful as their home of Blaine. But the people endured, and their paths separated. Arbiter, who was the leader of all humans, made a nation based on the principles of justice and freedom. His nation, named Blaine, in honor of the old land, would one day tame the beast known as the Wyvern, and fly them across the continent to see new lands below from the sky high above. The gifted mage, Magnus, traveled in the opposite direction, forming a powerful military nation to the northwest. We would call this enormous stretch of land the New Magus. Was I calling him Magnus this whole time? Damn it, I've been playing way too much Kid Icarus lately. The New Magus, which was later renamed Magnus. Oh, and goddamn it. Which was later renamed Magnus. Oh, there's the Magnus. To the north, Queen Shelia decided that she would live a life in a peaceful area blanketed by white snow. This beautiful land would be named by Shelia herself to be the country in the snow, Elysia. Southwest, but above Blaine, Cora formed a large family of people who wanted to live simple lives of peace and tradition. He called the plains they settled on Athia. South of Magnus and west of Blaine, Duke Forcistus strived to make a nation of equality as well. He built from the east to the west and treated the people he entrusted with his cities with love and care. This land, known as Valentia, was meant to be one where its people lived happily and in eternal prosperity. But for those who did not believe in the constraints of government, they followed the old and wise Jason. He moved even further west onto an archipelago, I don't know how to say that, where people were meant to live isolated and quiet lives. However, Jason soon passed away, and this mineral-rich land became one of conflict between those who wanted its bounty. The seventh hero, Yulia, was the only one who remained back on the original Blaine. Sympathetic and unwilling to sacrifice her people, Yulia stayed behind to care for those who were not chosen to move on to Solemn. Her and the other people sacrificed became legendary, and Forcistus later erected a city to honor her name. But this war, the Falling, would not be the last. Magnus would grow into an empire of unparalleled strength due to the descendants of its creator Magnus. Magus, god damn it. Skilled with magic and prosperous like no other, the empire of Magnus, there we go, began a long and vicious war. It quickly overwhelmed Alesia to the north and instigated a series of internal conflicts between the tribes of Athia. Being the closest to the western archipelago, I just don't know. Magnus monopolized its resources, and Valentia would be the next to fall. I just walked through a pillar. Castle Aegis. Duke Paul of Aegis. As long has it been? Tuh. Don't look so sour, Duke. After all, I'll be sparing the citizens of Aegis. You should be thanking me for my graciousness. Graciousness? There is nothing gracious about what you've done. Ha 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 ha. Sore loser, aren't you? I would be too if my castle were conquered as quickly as yours. The other territories of Valentia have already surrendered to me. And the people who might have actually helped you didn't live long enough to get the chance, did they? Seems like nothing will go your way, will it, Duke Paul? It's true, isn't it? You warped your armies here. I did not. This kid next to me did. He's the most talented mage on all of Solemn. He is my trump card and my most prized possession. Him? But that's absurd. Believe what you will. You will have time to think about it in a dungeon. Just stay there and wait. Wait for me to restore peace back to Solemn. Restore peace? You started this war! How can you even spout the word peace after all the people you've killed? Excuse me, I just had lunch or something. Emperor Louis, answer me! Even if I told you, it wouldn't make a difference. You're too concerned with the well-being of your people to understand my actions. Now, I must bid you farewell, Duke. May you see the light someday. Sir Byron, this is the place. This village is hidden, but there's nowhere to run. That is good. After chasing him around for so long, I couldn't stand him just slipping by us. The troubles we go through to ensure Magnus's lasting dominance. Alright, men, you have the order. Subdue the Valentian scum. We must not let this drag on. For glory, honor, the Empire! Father, bad news. Some Magnian soldiers are here. What? What could they want? Shon, could you see how many there are? There are only a few, and they don't look very strong. I can't imagine they would send anything but a scouting force. Well, it looks like we're going to have to leave. What? Right now? These soldiers can only be after me, Shon. If I stay here, I'll be endangering the villagers. Okay. I'm coming too. Fair enough, Shon. You've trained enough to fight their grunts, but stay back and leave the leader to me. Use your head, or lose your head. Don't do anything reckless. If you don't want me to repeat these same sayings over and over again, then show me I don't need to, okay? Understood, Father. Alright then. Why don't we greet our guests? It's time for battle, son. Things can get rough, so take it seriously and watch your back. If you feel threatened, move behind me. I'm not a kid anymore, Father. I can handle myself. Well, this is your first real fight. Even if you're not a kid, you're not an adult. I'll protect you, so just stay close. Father... Alright. And now, our battle against these dastard Magnians. Oh! So he's noticed us and come out to play, huh? Boys, I hear the guy we're facing can't even fight normally. It's only about an accident where he suffered some injury. Whatever the case, he's no match for us. Move out and finish these quickly, boys. And kill any accomplices, no questions asked. So, let's see what we've got. We've got Siegfried, the Knight Errant. What? A former knight who uses his skills and experiences for new-bound purposes. So, it seems like a great lord. We've got Siegfried, a man with a strong sense of justice and dedication. He suffers from deep wounds. And then we've got Shon the Gallant. Shon and Siegfried, if you haven't noticed, are related. Ooh, it's purple. That's really cool, actually. We can't visit there. What items do they have? A piercing sword, effective against thick armor, and an iron sword. And you have an iron sword. Promoted unit with an iron sword. I'm digging the music in this game. Okay, so you're going for Shon. That's fine. Now, there are actually some new weapons in this game. Of course, I'm gonna have to get into them once we get those items, but yeah, just wait. So you've come to hunt me down at last. Please, do you honestly think you can best me in battle? Huh! Siegfried didn't even move. Okay. Player phase. You know what? Let's take out this guy with Shon. Now, this is a bit of a blind Let's Play for me, so it's going to be very interesting to see how I do in this, but, just know that I have actually seen some parts of this game, and it's actually pretty difficult when you get to the end of the game. And I know you're probably thinking, well, that's usual for a Fire Emblem game, doofus, but believe me when I say that this is actually pretty hard. Generic spear. I have actually never seen that before. Let me look at that once it's our turn. Is that by any chance like the weakest of spears? For foot soldiers only. Lance proof. An elixir already? Hello? Come on, Shon, you can do it. There you go. Oh god, you're at 3 HP. Come on, yeah. Okay, that was close. So you're going to attack Siegfried. My guys are hurting already. Jeez. Okay, we both... Oh, vulneraries are fine in this game. Wow. Okay, that's cool, actually. And it doesn't seem like Byron's going to be moving anywhere. So so what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually just going to heal all the way up. I know it's a complete waste of vulneraries, but he does have a lance. I'm actually going to equip the piercing sword, because like it said, piercing swords are super effective against armored units. Perfect. Amongst my comrades, they call me Byron. Amongst my enemies, I am called Byron the Lion. Wow. Can we attack again? Yeah! Here's 11 damage. That's actually a lot. So it seems we got our own little Iron Slayer here. And he's done! Knight, you will regret this. And we get an elixir from him already. Wait, what? Did I just hear the Zelda? Was that the item collect sound when you get something in Zelda? That's actually really funny. That should be the last of them. I need to get a move on it immediately if I want to stay safe. I hope you understand, Shon. I'm going to Anura. You're going to need to stay here. You're going to need to stay hidden for the time being. You aren't joining me now. No way, Father. You can't go alone. Son, I'm doing this to protect you. Those soldiers were out to take me. But they didn't have qualms to kill you as well. I have business to take care of, and things to do. Magnus has made its move, and it's time I make mine. You aren't little anymore, right? Take care of yourself. But, Father, I will not allow you to come, and that's final. You know how to defend yourself in case trouble comes. Granted, I'd rather you don't get into any fights with anyone, so stay in the village as much as possible. I'm pretty sure that Corbin kid is willing to have your company for some time. You should train with him. He's a good sparring partner. Father, don't you think you... I've already gotten my things. Farewell, Shon. Corbin. So that was actually really fun. I actually really enjoyed this so far. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.